Episode 26 of Trying British Foods. I live in Manhattan and I have discovered a shop that sells British food items that are not otherwise available in American stores, so I am working my way through recommendations that you all send to me. To drink this evening, I have this Old Jamaica ginger beer. This is labeled as regular, so perhaps there are other varieties of this. Now, this is cheating slightly because we do have ginger beer in the US. We have a ginger beer as well as ginger ale, which I understand are slightly distinct. I believe ginger ale is slightly more artificially flavored than ginger beer. You can get ginger beer here, though not that commonly. It's much more of something that you would have, say, in a bar as a mixer of something. So you really wouldn't buy it like in a can like this, and I've never had this particular brand, so this will be new for me. Our unique blend of exotic ginger and crisp refreshment releases a wave of feel-good flavor and sweet Caribbean sunshine in every sip. Made with authentic Jamaican root ginger, enjoy on its own or as a flavorful mixer with your favorite spirit. Feel the flavor and taste the sunshine with Old Jamaica ginger beer. Ends with an exclamation point. Very rousing. Then I have as the main course today something that has been adamantly recommended to me over and over and over again countless times. I have assembled a crisp sandwich for all of you. So what I have is white bread, buttered on all sides inside, and for the crisp selection, I just went with something traditional, which is cheese and onion Walkers. That's what's in here. Now, I've been told that this is an appropriate crisp to try this for the first time. I've been told also that adding, say, ham and cheese is optional to this crisp sandwich, but I just wanted to go just plain just to start, and I will build from there. And I think here, I'm sure people eat this in the US, but it has not permeated our culture to the extent that adults would eat this with a straight face. Then I have this Dolly mix. Now, first of all, I have to say, I love this packaging. This feels very 70s to me, and I'm about everything from the 70s, 60s, and before. This feels old school, just in look and design, so I'm a big fan of that. Now, of course, in the US, anything labeled Dolly, we are going to think of Dolly Parton. I am assuming that she is not the namesake of these particular sweets, although, you know what, I really shouldn't assume that, because, I mean, Dolly can do anything, can't she? She really can. What's additionally mysterious about these is, unlike all the other products I've tried, particularly the sweets, there is zero product information on this pack. Nothing. I don't know where the name comes from. I don't know exactly what this is going to be. It says it's multicolored candy and jelly sweets, but I mean, that can really mean anything. I will say, though, in lieu of product information, there is a very nice bit of information on here about recycling. So what they do to recycle and how you can do your bit to recycle, which, you know, I can't complain about that too much. That is very important. So I appreciate Dolly Mix thinking about the environment and our collective futures, really. Then lastly, I have a Yorkie bar. Now, I did a separate video that actually is in this playlist all about the history of the Yorkie bar and their controversial ad campaign that had the slogan of "It's not for girls." I just thought this would be really appropriate just because, you know, as it happens, neither am I. Had the original Yorkie, and then they also had this, which is raisin and biscuit. I went with the raisin and biscuit because that's the one that was recommended to me by the most people. The Old Jamaica ginger beer. Okay, now immediately this looks a lot cloudier than like what ginger ale would be, so I do think that's that natural flavoring and extract, I'm assuming. I do love this, and I like ginger ale, I should say. I like this even better than a typical ginger ale. Again, much more natural flavor. A little bit sweeter as well, a little bit more of a syrupy, heavier taste, which I do like, and I totally understand why you would use this as a mixer. The only thing is I am tasting, are there artificial sweeteners in this? Yeah, there are. That's the only drawback for me. I don't like the flavor of artificial sweeteners. I can taste some of it in here. It's not the end of the world. It's not my favorite thing. I wish if we could just have no artificial sweetener in here, that would make this perfect. And now the cheese and onion crisp sandwich. I've been instructed it's very important to press this down to crunch it to make it edible. So let's go ahead and do that for the camera. This already seems like a bit of a farce. I feel like I'm kind of being set up here, but I've actually seen other people do this, so here we go. Okay, I was very incredulous about this. I have to say, being completely honest, this actually is better than I was imagining it would be. I would say I do think there needs to be a little bit more in here. If I were to improve this, personalize it to my taste, I would say take out the butter. I know, hold on. Take out the butter, replace the butter with, say, like Branston pickle, and then maybe have a bit of cheese in here as well. But otherwise, I mean, this is fine. It's not bad at all. A little bit better than I was expecting. I am not quite sure why this has captivated the cultural imagination to the extent that it has, if I'm being honest. I suspect the reason that this has legs is that this is the type of thing that it's really fun to tell people about and say that you've done, and it kind of spread like fire from there. This is something I feel like it's more fun to talk about than to eat, but perfectly fine. I'm glad I've tried it. The Dolly Mix. You can see there's like what we would call gumdrops. I'm not sure if you call them that. And this type of candy. So it's essentially like what we would call gumdrops plus these types of candy, which I'm not sure if we have a name for this exactly, but mixed together. Perfectly fine. My only note here is I feel like actually this would be more successful to separate these. Like I'd rather have a bag of these or a bag of these. I'm not sure why these are being put together. These are incredibly chewy and these are incredibly tough to bite through. It all tastes good, but I'm not sure why they've been joined in this way. I wouldn't necessarily recommend these together. I'd eat all of these and all of these probably in my bag of Dolly Mix. And the Yorkie. Definitely prefer it with the raisin and biscuit. I think without it'd be a bit plain, but this is very good. Yeah, perfectly fine. I don't know. Does it make me appear more manly? What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Thank you very much for the recommendations, and I'll see you next time.